Something strange happened during the opening weekend of the nation's championship, and almost nobody noticed it at first. Every major rugby nation walked onto the field wearing the exact same tournament badge. England had it. France had it. Ireland had it. Wales had it. The Springboks had it. Even the Wallabies proudly displayed it. But one team refused. The All Blacks. Fans immediately started asking questions. Was it a mistake? Had New Zealand Rugby forgotten to update the jerseys? Was there a disagreement behind the scenes? Or were the All Blacks making a statement without saying a single word? The truth is surprisingly powerful, because this isn't just about a tiny patch stitched onto a jersey. It's about protecting one of the most iconic symbols in world sport. And once you understand why this decision was made, you'll never look at the famous black jersey the same way again. If you love staying updated with everything happening around the All Blacks, from breaking news to exclusive rugby stories that nobody else is talking about, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because we've got plenty more coming your way. The story started when sharp-eyed rugby fans noticed something unusual during the opening round of the nation's championship. At first, it looked so small that most television viewers probably missed it completely. But once someone pointed it out, it became impossible to ignore. The right shoulder of every participating nation's jersey featured the official nation's championship logo. Every team, except the All Blacks. Within hours, social media exploded. Supporters zoomed in on match photos. Fans compared jerseys from every nation. Questions started appearing everywhere. Why were the All Blacks different? Did someone forget to print the badge? Was there a production error? Or had New Zealand Rugby quietly rejected the tournament branding? One Facebook page in New Zealand, The Legend of Marty Banks, summed up exactly what everyone was thinking. Alongside photos comparing every team's jersey, the page jokingly asked whether New Zealand had missed the memo about wearing the nation's championship logo. The joke spread quickly. But behind the laughs, thousands of rugby supporters genuinely wanted an answer. Because when it comes to the All Blacks, nothing happens by accident. Every tradition matters. Every detail matters. Every decision carries meaning. Eventually, New Zealand Rugby broke its silence. And the explanation surprised a lot of people. A spokesperson confirmed there had been absolutely no mistake. New Zealand Rugby knew about the tournament logo from the very beginning. The union hadn't forgotten. They hadn't missed any instructions. Instead, they simply chose not to wear it. That decision wasn't based on conflict. It wasn't a protest. And it certainly wasn't an act of disrespect toward the competition. According to the spokesperson, the nation's championship participation agreement never required teams to place the logo on their jerseys. The choice was optional. And New Zealand Rugby made its choice. The spokesperson explained that New Zealand Rugby is extremely deliberate about everything that appears on the national jersey. Whether it's commercial branding or non-commercial artwork, every edition is carefully considered before it earns a place on the famous black shirt. That single statement reveals something many rugby fans already suspected. To New Zealand Rugby, the All Blacks jersey is much more than sportswear. It's history stitched into fabric. It's a symbol recognized across the world. It's a jersey built on generations of greatness. When players pull it over their heads, they aren't simply representing a rugby team. They're carrying the legacy of everyone who wore it before them. That's why the jersey has always remained remarkably clean compared to many other international teams. Over the past 3 decades, only a handful of corporate names have appeared on the famous black jersey. Canterbury of New Zealand, Steinlager, Adidas, AIG, and Allred. That's it. Just 5 major sponsors across roughly 30 years. In today's world of professional sport, that's incredibly rare. Many national teams regularly update sponsors as new commercial deals are signed. The Springboks provide a perfect example. Over the years, South Africa's jersey has featured several different commercial partners. Most recently, FNB replaced MTN. Pick n Pay appears on the back of the jersey. Many fans also remember Blue Label Telecoms appearing on the front of the shirt back in 2016. There's nothing unusual about that. Professional sport depends heavily on sponsorship. But New Zealand Rugby has consistently taken a different path. Rather than filling the jersey with new logos whenever opportunities arise, they've chosen to preserve the simplicity and identity of one of rugby's greatest symbols. Of course, many fans quickly pointed out something that seemed confusing. If New Zealand Rugby is so protective of the jersey, why have the All Blacks worn tournament logos during Rugby World Cups? The answer is actually very simple. The Rugby World Cup operates under completely different rules. During the World Cup, tournament branding isn't optional. Every participating nation must wear the official competition logo. It's part of the participation agreement. No exceptions. So when fans have seen the All Blacks wearing World Rugby or former IRB logos in previous tournaments, that's because every team is required to do exactly the same thing. The Nations Championship is different. This time, there was no obligation. And New Zealand Rugby decided the famous black jersey should remain exactly as they wanted it. Interestingly, this discussion reminded many supporters of another famous jersey story involving Handré Pollard. During South Africa's Rugby World Cup quarter-final victory over Japan in 2019, eagle-eyed fans noticed that Handré Pollard appeared to be wearing the wrong version of the Springboks jersey. The mistake immediately became a talking point across rugby media. Later, NZ Rugby explained that a supply mix-up had resulted in a small number of incorrectly branded jerseys arriving before the match. By the time the problem was discovered, it was too late to replace them. It was an honest mistake. But it proved something important. Rugby fans notice everything. Every badge. Every logo. Every tiny detail. And when the team involved is the All Blacks, those details become even more significant. Because this jersey has always represented something bigger than marketing.